Hello, and welcome to the Wellness Universe. I'm Desiree Scherini, and I am a member of the Wellness Universe community of wellness resources for total well-being. And as I say that, my cat decides to join us. I think all of us are kind of on lockdown or staying home, and there's a lot of challenges with that. So, us at the Wellness Universe, we wanted to share. We know you're kind of maybe locked up and afraid, maybe nothing to do but watch us, we hope. But just thank you for being here. And what I wanted to talk about today is how you can choose a perception. You can choose your inner world. And a lot of us get triggered. We allow, and I think this is a big theme. This is a big theme for me and what I teach is not allowing the outside to control your inside, but learning how to control your inside through your own mind, your own heart. So it's kind of scary out there right now. I have a friend who, not a close friend, but someone who did just pass away from coronavirus. I know so many people who know somebody or have someone who's passed or are sick with it, and this environment of fear, and it's all that's on the news, it's all that people are talking about, it's unfortunately trending. So a lot of us live in fear of that, and even if it weren't for this, a lot of us have lived in fear of one thing or another. And what I'd like to share with you as a hypnotherapist, life coach, one of the things I like to do is help people find relief from those external things that don't do us any good. And people often feel like, well, we need to be afraid. And that's a lot of what's being told to us. You need to be afraid. But here's my question for you. What does fear do for you? How is fear helping you? Okay, so I just had a conversation with someone else about this 2 days ago in an interview. Fear is information. Look at fear as information. If you have a little information, fear tells you something, you feel something in your body, you're like, something's happening, I need to pay attention to. What that tells you is you can take some action. Evaluate it, think about it. What's this fear about? What am I afraid of? What can I do? Do those things. Do the things that you can do. And after, I'm sorry, it's telling me my connection's available, so I hope I didn't go away on you. So instead of being in your body, which is usually like I like to bring people into their body, instead of that, come up here, go into your mind, and focus on what's around you. Look at a tree. Start counting the branches. Start examining the fabric in your shirt. Start focusing on something in the very here and now that is neutral. Think about it, understand it, maybe Google about it, like where did the first wheel come from? Who manufactures wheels? All sorts of, you just kind of dive into something that has nothing to do with the fear. It sounds really simplistic, but it's a good way to bring your emotional level back down to neutral. As far as meditation, people say, I can't meditate, I can't stop thinking. Well, you know what? I always say you don't have to stop thinking. Let them go, picture it as clouds just floating by, and you can come back to that thought later. But even that might be difficult. So again, with a mindfulness meditation, you can pick an object like a shell, a rock, a pencil, a piece of jewelry, and just sit and examine it. Just sit in peace, maybe have some music playing, and just examine something until you feel like you know it so well. Then you can move on to drawing it, write about it. And what that does, even though it may sound a little odd, what that does is it takes you to a different place. It takes you to a neutral, peaceful place, and you'll find your body starting to just relax. You can write, paint, draw. There's a lot of emotional ways to release emotions and to balance. And the other thing I'd like to say about fear and other people wanting you to be afraid. So we're also surrounded by people. A lot of people are, they'll say, hey, let's just be calm, let's just enjoy ourselves. A lot of people will be like that, but I think the majority of people, some of them get really upset if you're not afraid like they're afraid, and they will criticize you. They will, call you shallow or stupid or all sorts of things, because if they're afraid and you're not afraid, then, they can't handle it. Someone on Facebook recently even posted, this is serious, and people are putting, funny memes up, and it's not funny, this is very serious, and everyone should be afraid. And great, I'm glad he thinks that. But you know what humor is? Humor is great for your immune system. And if you can't change what's happening around you, you can change your inner world. You don't need to show anxiety and fear and be upset to please the outside world. Like I said, you do what you can. You're smart about things. You take precautions. But once you've done what you can and you're being vigilant, you're being careful, or in any circumstance where there might be fear or anxiety, then you are doing no good to yourself or anyone around you to maintain a level of fear and anxiety and it is serious, but it's okay to laugh. And now another point I want to say is, if you're living in fear, fear is about what you don't know. There's that element of the unknown, and that's what creates fear, because if we knew, we'd be, okay, well, I know what's going to happen. Your sense would kind of come down. You'd be a little calmer, even if you knew something bad was coming and you can't change it. That level of anxiety would decrease, ironically. So the unknown creates this anxiety, this tightness. And when you don't know, like I said, you do what you can, and then you just relax and you get into the moment, because what you do know is right now. And what you can do is live right now. So as long as you're living in fear, you are not taking advantage of the time you have right now to be happy, to enjoy your life, to connect with friends, to see even the silver lining of being stuck inside without a job right now, or whatever might be happening with you, to do those projects that you've thought about or talked about, and look for ways that you can see this as an opportunity to get to know yourself better, to do some inner work, to do some outer work around your place. And I also want to add here, to those people whose jobs have gotten crazy and harder at this time, healthcare workers or others that are kind of on the front lines, I just want to say, I know I am so appreciative to all of you, and for you too, to take that time to just take a few deep breaths, to find that inner world, and even in that time to do that heart breathing in and out of your heart, and just feeling like everything is going to be okay, because you're doing what you can, you're doing everything. And I don't know how long I've gone here, probably about 10 minutes. So don't let fear be your guiding light. Let your inner world fill you up with what you want to feel like, and be okay with that. All right. Thanks for listening. And I'm going to put in the comments where you can reach me. You can find me on the Wellness Universe at my page there, and I have links to my websites. And later today, I will be processing an MP3, downloadable MP3. I'm going to post it there, that has a guided meditation to help release fear and anxiety. And I also have a link there. You can sign up to be on my newsletter list, which very seldom goes out, but also has another free MP3 on my website when you sign up through my emails. So thank you, and be safe, be smart, and let go of your fear and enjoy your life today. Bye.